Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. I have a question for you. Why would you ever choose a negative thought or a negative belief? Why? Can you answer that question? Think about this. A negative thought comes to your head and it doesn't feel good, does it? Because it's not really in alignment with who and what we are. I had to make sure microphone's on. It's not in alignment with who and what we are. Right? It doesn't feel good. But we continue to do it. And now you have information. According to science, you know that those thoughts and beliefs and feelings actually change your reality. They actually project what's going to happen and is happening for you at every moment. Yet, we continue as humans to choose negative thoughts and feelings. And they are a choice. I know a lot of us will say, no, I'm not choosing that. I'm not choosing that. Who would choose that? It's just happening. Yeah, but you are in control of your mind. I am in control of what's happening in my head. There's no outside force that tells me what to think or to believe. That is completely under my control. So, it continues to happen, doesn't it? And herein lies the biggest challenge. People will constantly ask me, well, how do I change it? As if there's some force or something that's happening to you that you need to battle. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know that I say battle nothing. Battling anything creates conflict and focus on the negative. It actually creates focus on the very thing that you don't want to put attention on. And it also sort of like gives it power in your mind that it actually has some kind of control over you, that you need to actually even battle it. It's amazing, isn't it? So, herein lies the question. Why do we continue as a human species to gravitate to negative things, believing that they somehow have some kind of power control over us? They have no power control over you. None. You're creating it. I want you to remember this. Every time something comes into your head and it is even remotely negative, what is that? Worry, doubt, questioning. Enlightenment, the pathway to awakening, is to be aware. It isn't perfection on this earth in a way that really can't be achieved as a dense person, right? We're always going to experience being humans, even in our most awakened state, because there's a density that comes with this body and all of the energy and DNA and things that we've carried forward. And that's okay. It's our reaction to it that determines our awakened state. And your awakened state right now can be one of absolutely reversing every negative thought, catching yourself and saying, I don't believe that. I refuse to accept that belief. It's not true. I am smart. I am worthy. I am gifted. I am limitless. And those words have extreme power in them. You're actually projecting words, even if you're not truly believing it. That's the start of changing the thinking, rewiring the brain to start to believe. Like, brainwashing. If you sit somebody in a room and you pelt the same thing over and over at them, they eventually will believe it. It's almost like a hypnotic kind of I'd say reaction that you have when you continually are told something over and over again. You will actually start to believe and think it. You automatically start to change that old thought into the one that you're told over and over again. And this is no different. That's why affirmations do have power. On their own, no. It's not until you start to adapt and adopt those feelings and thoughts and beliefs that the true shift will happen. And it starts with the words, the thinking, even if you're not believing it. So, words, thoughts are creating. They're manifesting at all times. So, if you openly say, I am powerful, I am limitless, I'm whole and perfect, strong, powerful, I'm happy, I'm abundant, I'm limitless, I create my own reality. I am in control. I accept abundance. I accept joy. I accept peace. I accept wonderful, healthy relationships. I accept my life purpose being shown to me. I accept opportunities that come to me. I accept the challenges that life's going to get me because I know those are all for positive growth reasons. And they are. So when something comes to you and you feel like it's a negative, see it as a positive, and the world will start to manifest the more positive experiences for you. Because you're not reacting to it. You're not saying, I hate this, I don't want this. And then you, in essence, fuel that very thing that you don't want. Say, thank you. What am I learning from this? What can I learn from this? And find that thing. Find that thing that you're going to find value in. Find that thing that happens along the way of something that you don't like and say, how can I change this to become something greater? Because everything is done for your betterment. It is. The universe is light and love. Everything else is just an experience. We're naming it bad and negative because it doesn't feel good, and we avoid it versus experiencing it. Do you know, if we just experienced life and didn't have any fears, all of these challenges would go away because we no longer would need them. But when you embrace them and say, okay, there's a reason why this has shown up. There's something that needs to be corrected. I need to learn something. There's some growth here. What is it? And then that thing will stop showing up because you have gone to that next higher frequency. You've seen it as something very positive. And therefore, more positive things will come to you. Because your viewpoint now sees the world in a much more positive way. That's why I said, you know, when occasionally somebody will say, oh, you've got your head in the sand. I was like, no, I'm seeing the world exactly the way it is for me. And that's a beautiful, positive place. If it's not for you, then you are going to create that reality. You'll continue to get those things that will make it a dark, evil, rotten place. And humans are good. We're all from the same positive source. Everything's an experience. I have to sneeze. So, be aware at every moment. You will be shocked at how many times something negative comes into your head. Even if it's judgment about somebody else. Even if it's seeing somebody and thinking they're unattractive. They're a beautiful creature just like every animal. Lizards, some people find them beautiful, others are petrified of them. Everything's beautiful. It's just the one expressing itself, which is you. And it's expressing all of these things, these feelings, these thoughts. But you get to choose which ones that you're going to focus on because everything is just here for you to create that reality. You just get to pick. It's really that simple. You just get to pick it. What's not simple is that we find it difficult to switch gears, to switch thinking that has been ingrained in us for so long. And that will take practice. Monitor your thoughts. At every moment, that thought is creating. That thought is taking your vibration down if it's a negative one. Learn from it. Why am I thinking that way? I guess it's a habit. I'm programmed. This is my hypnotic trance that I'm in that I can break and tell myself another story. I can brainwash myself, wash that brain of all of the negativity and plant new thoughts. Imagine your brain right now as fertile soil, and that you're scattering beautiful seeds and that they're starting to sprout and bloom. Just imagine that. Beautiful flowers. I know this is a little corny, but sprouting, beautiful, beautiful flowers. That's such a positive thing. And then there's no room for weeds or anything else. It's just loaded with beautiful, colorful, blooming flowers. And that you're going to be filled with that. And there will be no room for anything else. And just imagine that. My brain being washed of all negativity, washed of all negative thoughts, washed of all guilt, shame, blame, all of it. Starts with your thought every moment. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Choose wisely. Namaste.